And Jimenez
like that left hand maybe came right into the glove.
Yeah, maybe. Witt brought the tag straight down, and Jimenez thought he may have slid around the glove, but not enough visual proof to challenge. Only the 4th time Jimenez has been thrown out trying to steal this year. But there are 2 down.
All right, Jose Ramirez. Bottom left, 12 for 26 lifetime against Singapore. Look at the bottom left, Kyle Hendricks on the hill. He's a leftover from 8 years ago when they won the World Series. Pretty amazing he's still there. This is also amazing. Going into the game, the highest ERA in baseball. He came in 6.75.
Are you nervous? No. You?
Yeah. Will be. That one in there for a strike, and it's 1-1.
Odds provided by BetMGM. Top 5, St. Louis up by a run. That game in the upper right. St. Louis right now minus 120. At fly ball center field, and Milwaukee minus 105, inning over.
Pirates are 64 and 73, currently in last place in the NL Central, a game behind the Reds. 3 games above 500. On July 30th. See you later, Connor Joe.
Hendricks has struck out the first 2 that he's faced here in the 4th.
Nice reset after that bumpy 3rd. Gets Gonzalez and then locks up Connor Joe, who clearly was sitting soft. Pirates season took a
1-2 coming. Struck him out. Got him with a changeup. Jose Puto fans Tristan Casas, 2 men down. A dozen strikeouts for Med pitchers. Well, that'll tell you a lot, won't it? Get ahead in the count, induce hitters to chase.
I mean, it's the bane of how to pitch, how to get people out. You got to get ahead in the count, expand the strike zone.
So now Abreu started last night, went 1 for 3. He has been a scorching hot hitter over the last month and a half. And takes fastball knee high for a strike, 0-1. Red Sox have had 6 hits. The Mets have had only 1, but the Mets had the big one, the 2-run homer by Lindor in the 3rd. Ryu fouls off a fastball, and it's 0-2.
And here's Brendan Little in his 39th game. Again, Kyle has dominated left-handed pitching this year, but he has overwhelmed Chris Bassett tonight. So
Kyle Schwarber, bottom left, 2 home runs tonight. He has hit 3 in a game a couple of times, 1 this year, 2 in his career, and looking for his 3rd. And the fact that Philly's in this game is a testament to the bullpen, because the starter was gone quick, and they've held Toronto at bay.
Schwarber and Turner, then if it goes farther, he has Harper. Bet365 gives us the odds for Trey Turner to get a hit in his next at bat. It's plus 210. He went around. Schwarber will run up the first base line, but Kirk will throw him out. It's a 2-away. And now Turner, who is 2 for 3.
Shortstop number 7, Trey.
In 1-0.
We have an update upper right in Baltimore, Maryland.
I lost the game. And then I went on to win 14 in a row and 19 of my next 20, and things kind of turned around as the season moved along. So, yeah, it was that little thing that the manager said.
Oh, sorry, Steve.
And that's it.
It looks like Grady Sizemore has been tossed, and he is hot. He said 2 nights in a row you are squeezing the strike zone of my guys. And you know what? Grady's right. It's been a bad night for Hunter Wendelstedt.
Hunter's getting up in Grady's face.
Oh, he gave him an F-bomb.
Well,
Hunter, we could read lips, my man. Of course he is.
And that
is just
Benintendi
terrible.
might be
and
gone
then Benintendi is now tossed.
Well, he got 2 calls that were
Hunter, you're just bad. You're just bad. Like, where are these automatic umps?
Hunter Wendelstedt saying, not up in here, not up in here. But you know what? If you watch this game yesterday, you have to agree with the White Sox. They got some bad calls late in the game. So it's happening again. And Sizemore gone and Benintendi gone.
Campo is the first roofer in our region to offer GAF Timberline solar shingles. Nailable solar shingles that are literally part of the roof system. CampoRoof.com.
One down for Will Brennan. Swing and a miss. Chilwell singled, scored in the 2nd inning. Struck out in the 4th. Royals have action in the bullpen as Singer hits the 90 pitch mark. Brennan trying to go left field, but sliced it foul. Arch, take a look right there. You got Salvador Perez on your left, Sandy Alomar on your right. That's over 2,600 career games catching between the two of them.
Couple of wily old vets.
Deep to center. Back goes Duran near the wall. It's out of here. Mark Vientos with his 22nd home run of the year. He got all over that slider and hit it a mile. 3-1 New York.
Boy, oh boy.
What a season. What power.
Couple of things here. I have a feeling the Mets are going to hold on to Mark Vientos. The other is that Boston, for the second night in a row, is trailing at the same time Kansas City is trailing, and they're not taking advantage. I got a little hot. I apologize. MLB Network and Apple TV Plus. We hit a break. Come on back.
He said it looked like a grenade went off.
Yeah.
That's what the doctor told him when it was done.
But you know what? In the true catcher's fashion, he never complains.
No.
Never, ever, ever.
It's part of it. The 1-2 upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. But just, great admiration between those two.
No doubt.
Now Perez, Sandy Alomar.
I don't think there's a person in baseball that doesn't like Salvi or Sandy. Salvi is loved by everybody and talks to everybody.
Now the 2-2. Ripped foul.
Archie's looking quick inside. He looks like a completely different hitter this time around.
Yeah, and you know what? That's about the only place he could have hit that ball if you didn't want to get jammed. He'd had to get the barrel of that bat head out. Now watch and see if he goes away with that little 2-seamer now after he's quick in there.
Yeah, he has a changeup, but he rarely throws it. Just doesn't have a feel for it, I suppose. I mean, I think I saw the numbers, Rick. I think he's thrown it 2% of the time.
And well, he trusts that slider down and in, and he can trust that the front hip slider to come back on it, but he'll also go away with it off the plate.
Here now is the payoff pitch.
That one
up the middle and through, and Manzo is 3 for 3 on the night.
He didn't get that ball away enough, and Manzardo, how about that? 3 straight knocks.
That'll be our Miller Lite moment.
Sure, why not? Have a Miller Lite. He went the other way in his first at bat, and it was a good swing. Then hit a lined shot double in the 4th inning, and then comes right back up and gets a base hit.
You're watching MLB Big Inning. Matt Yaloff here, and we're happy to have our friends at MLB Network along for the ride until the bottom of the hour. Apple TV Plus, as always, and MLB.TV 7 days a week. You got 3 games. I can't count. 3 games on your screen at the very same time. In Atlanta, Chris Sale is up by a score of 2-0. Chris Sale, mentioned it earlier, it's worth mentioning again. He is the likely Cy Young winner in the National League in his first year pitching in Atlanta. Pretty incredible. The Mets are beating Boston. They have 2 home runs in this game, and that's all they have. Maybe a single to throw in there, but whatever it is, they're up 3-1. And the Cubbies, last night's win was so bad, and now they're dealing with Paul Skeens, and they're down again.
A little sinker there at 88, and Triolo right over the top of it. Ground ball to short if he hits it in all likelihood.
Here's Isaiah Connor Falefa. Regardless of what happens here, do you think he lets Kyle face Reynolds?
If he gets Connor Falefa, I think he does.
Tapper back to the mound. Hendricks underhands to first. Connor Falefa retired.
We're about to find out, Boo. see any movement coming.
I see no movement. There he is.
Hey, update time in Milwaukee. 20-year-old Jackson Churio in a 1-run game drops it into left. Here comes a row. That ball is slippery. It's a 3-3 game. Churio, a couple RBIs in this game, and he has 69 on the year. 3-3 in Milwaukee.
He's batting .385. Five hits in his last 8 at-bats over the last 2 games. Called a strike. It sure looked up.
Well, and that's what he was telling him. That ball's up, and it was a curveball, and it certainly was above the strike zone.
Mr. Seha calling the balls and strikes tonight. Well, he gave him that one.
But you see, that's a better pitch. You would rather see him call that low pitch a strike than the high one, but he got away with it, so you're even.
Hit hard, but foul. He got the scoring started for Cleveland yesterday with a big swat.
Yeah, his first home run as a Guardian couldn't have come at a better time. Gave him a 2-0 lead. Received the silent treatment before they all went up and gave him a hug.
Trying to go the other way here, right center field. And the center fielder Isbell makes the catch. Midway through the 6th, 2-0 Guardians.
Even if they wanted to run for Santana with nobody out in a 1-run game. And you see Kepler, he's got the hoodie on, so that tells me that he's down again tonight.
Yeah, and that's, like you said, that's the reason why Santana's staying in the game. And, you know, Max Kepler's day-to-day, and, you know, we were talking about this earlier as far as, you know, playing shorthanded. You know what I mean? This isn't your typical September of yesterday, if you will, where the rosters were opened up to 40 guys. Now it's only 2 extra guys, and so every player on that roster matters. So hopefully Max Kepler can come back tomorrow or over the next couple of days.
So Garrett Clevenger, lefty, just started to warm up right now for Tampa Bay. Eddie Julian pinch hitting for Farmer. 1 on, nobody out, down 1, 9th inning.
Update for you in Toronto. That's Vlad Jr. My goodness. That's a 2-run home run, number 28 on the year. It's almost as if someone went over to him and he said, look, I know we're bad, but you do you. And he is doing his thing, man. He is really just lighting things up. His OPS is creeping up toward 1,000. He's hitting .327. He has been, you know, look, he's under the radar because they're not good, but he's having a monster year.
And that's going to land on the turf. Santana's going to hang on near second base. So Julian down 2 strikes, made contact. Here come the Twins. 2 on and nobody out.
Let's go. Game on. Got the right guy up. Brooks Lee. See Julian staying through the middle of the field on that pitch. Santana, I thought for a second he was going to go first and third, but I was like, no, you can't make the first out at third base, especially right now in the top of the 9th inning.
And the Rays think Brooks Lee is going to bunt, and he swings and pops it up. This is the first time since the 3rd inning the Twins have had 2 base runners on in the same inning. Oh, 0-2. Lefty Clevenger gave up the home run to Lee last night when Brooks was hitting right-handed. Oh, Julian battled back with 2 strikes. We'll see what the rookie Lee can do.
Witt's single came way back in the first inning. Bobby's counterpart, Brady Singer, left in the top of the 6th inning after making 99 pitches tonight. You can see Bobby's just over 70.
Yeah, he's been very, very good.
Bobby Witt do any damage here. But as you always say, if you want to work around the guy, that's fine. But now you've got to refocus and go after the next hitter, which is Michael Massey.
Yeah, you can't mess around.
If the changeup down is in play here, let's see if Castro can come back. 2 on, 1 out. No good foul.
Wouldn't mind a change up in the dirt here to advance these runners.
2 down. So it's up to Trevor Larnach, and Kevin Cash is not going to let Uceda face the lefty Larnach. So Castro strikes out. Uceda allowed back-to-back singles, but back-to-back strikeouts. So Trevor Larnach due up. Twins down to their final out. 9th inning.
We'll be back to that game in St. Pete momentarily. Matt Yaloff with you on MLB Big Inning. I do want to point out that at the bottom of the hour, MLB Network will be taking over their part of the evening and will remain here for MLB.TV and Apple TV Plus. Now, Dodgers at Angels. That means that Shohei Ohtani will be back in Anaheim, and he has 99 home runs in that park. What are the chances he gets one in the next few days? I say yay, maybe not, maybe yes. They honored him in Anaheim in spring training. We'll see what they have in store for tonight, but that's coming up at 9:38 Eastern Time. And if you're with us, don't worry, you'll see Shohei Ohtani right here.
That's foul. Massey, the DH tonight for the Royals. Off a changeup.
That was the good changeup that he was able to strike him out on last time up, but he threw it for a strike the last time and he missed this time.
Big pitch here.
Rafael Devers up on the bottom right. Let's watch this pitch. Now, earlier I did mention about his issues against lefties. This is a righty, and he has not been hot. It's a matter of time. There are 2 men on. They're down by 2. Let's listen to that game right here, right now.
On deck to bat for Roman Gonzalez. Duran at second. O'Neill the tying run at first. 1-2 to Devers, who asked for time.
Remember, if you've been watching this game, Devers, like many of the Red Sox hitters in this game, has had a hole upstairs. So he's thrown 2 split fingers in the dirt. One worked, one didn't. Does he try one high fastball before going back with the splitter?
Hasn't thrown a fastball yet. And he throws another splitter, and it's fouled off.
Hasn't thrown a strike yet, and Devers just helping him out.
Lindor staying right near the bag at second, so Duran can't get far away. 1-2 to Rafael Devers. A chopper over the mound. Lindor goes to the bag too late, throws to first too late, and the bases are loaded.
Oh, boy.
Well, there wasn't much Lindor could do. Tried to go towards second, but wasn't going to get the play there.
He needed to get the out at first, Gare. That was his only play. You want to get that force out, I get it, but oh boy.
For scoring that a fielder's choice, I don't think I'd score it that way, but that's where you're putting it up.
While Emmanuel Valdez checks in and steps into the box in New York, I want to just acknowledge the Twins lost in Tampa Bay, but hold on to the second wild card spot. Back to New York, the replay of what maybe could have been at least one out, but the Mets did not get any. So now bases are loaded for Boston and nobody out. Here we go.
Valdez lifts one to right, not very deep. McNeil gets under it. Tagging at third is Duran. McNeil throws to third. Properly so. Actually threw behind the runner at second. Allowed that run to score and made sure that the tying run stayed at second base. So it's a sacrifice fly for Valdez to cut the Mets lead to 3-2.
Up on their feet, sensing an opportunity to turn the tide in this game. It has been dominated by Bybee to this point. Left field, right at him. That'll get a run home, perhaps. No, he slipped and went down. Pham went back to the bag and couldn't get his footing. One out.
See, there's it.
And Garrett gets the cutter on the back door for a strike. 0-1. That pitch.
Two times he's thrown that pitch. One to Devers to start that at bat as well.
Yoshida takes a splitter down, and again Alvarez able to keep it in the neighborhood to prevent the advance.
Oh, there it is with the backhand. That's very dangerous. You can't move when you're on the knee. I mean, you can't have those runners advancing on a wild pitch or to second and third where a base hit's going to put them ahead.
O'Neill's the tying run at second. Devers the go-ahead run at first. Both have average speed. 1-1 to Yoshida. And he hits one on the ground. Iglesias with the flip. Lindor with the turn in time. Double play. Side retired.
Slowly hit ball, but Iglesias and Lindor get the job done, and they double up Yoshida to get the Mets out of the inning with the lead.
And it was right at Kwan, so they do get a run on the sacrifice fly. And now one tough out to get and minimize that damage, and that would be a heck of a job.
MJ Melendez, the batter, as the bullpen gets to work for the first time tonight. MJ Melendez has grounded out, struck out. Howard, the fastball right by him. Andre talked at the top of the telecast about the great RBI hitters. They're like bloodhounds. They can smell them when they get RBI chances. Great pitchers. This is where you make your money. You get to 2 outs, you get a chance to get through the inning, quell the uprising. Bobby can smell it. He's going for the kill right here with 2 on and 2 out on the 1-2 pitch. And he got him. Blew it by him with 97. And Bybee fired up as he leaves the hill. 6 innings. Only 1 run surrendered by the right-hander.
And he's also gone down on strikes a couple times with runners in scoring position. Got a chance here with the count 1-2 at an 8-4 ball game. Runs high, 2-2.
There's a fastball right down the middle, and this isn't a 2-strike situation. He might have gotten a chance to complete.
Rip one there.
Philadelphia trailing by 4 on the bottom right. They're 2 for 13 tonight with men in scoring position, and they've left 8 on base. Bases are loaded in the 7th.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Bases loaded. And ball 4 that forces in a run. It's an 8-5 game. Fans are getting a little restless here at Rogers Center.
As they should.
And Cody Clemens is indeed going to pinch hit. Phillies have 1 hit in this inning, but they have a run as Castellanos crosses the plate. And Pete Walker's going to go out to the mound to talk to Swanson. Cabrera is warming up for Schwarber.
And nobody out. Well, this is a good swing from Alvarez that I've seen in a while. And that is hitting the ball where it's pitched.
Good for him. He needed that in the worst way.
That's a big smile from Antoine Richardson, the first base coach. Just his 4th hit in his last 35 at bats, and now a chance for Lindor to put another mark on this game. Hit a 2-run homer in the 3rd to give the Mets the lead. They've been ahead ever since. 30 home runs on the season for Francisco. And now he's got a couple of runners aboard and nobody out.
Anton
coaching. Yep, coaching comes in a lot of different forms.
Lindor jumps the first one, hits it out to left. Back goes Abreu. It's over his head. And short hops the wall. In to scores McNeil. Alvarez to third. Lindor pulls in at second with an RBI double. He's the machine that just keeps on turning. Second extra base hit of the night. Third RBI in the night. 4-2 New York.
Boy, he just jumped all over this first pitch from Martin. He wasn't waiting around.
Didn't try to pull it. Pitches on the outside corner.
You got Brian Rocchio.
I'll tell you what.
Bombing away with a 2-run homer.
Well, he couldn't have made up any better than what he did right there. He threw it right there, and it stayed fair. Rocchio, my goodness, his 7th home run.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know he was frustrated after not getting the bunt down, and that certainly made him feel a whole lot better.
That made everybody in that dugout feel better.
Great job. I never lost any faith in you. I had you all the way. 4-1 Cleveland. Big John Kenzie over there giving him a bear hug. Maybe he's been giving him some private batting lessons on how to hit the long ball.
I would listen to him.
I tell you, Dre, he squared that.
Hello, everybody. Matt Yaloff here. You can feel the energy coming from different ballparks. On MLB Network, we're going to say goodbye to you, and you're going to see either Dodgers and Angels or D-backs and Giants. We thank you for watching. Check us out on MLB.tv, and have a great night. Enjoy the game, everybody. Take care.
He swung at ball 3, but tough to take a chance here, particularly with how erratic the strike zone has been at times. Sean Barber, the home plate umpire. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cody Clemens, bases loaded on the right. A pop-up. This at bat's been going on for, this is like crossing the desert. It's been going on forever. Okay, a couple things. So Phillies down by 3. Francisco Lindor. I think the country is starting to understand how good of a year he's having. And he may not be the MVP in the National League, but he will be in the final 3. I think that's a given.
Nice little battle we got going on here, Tom.
Sure is. To come off the bench and be able to do this. This will be the 11th pitch of this at bat. 6 foul balls.
Make a mistake, dude.
Runners not being held on. Off the end of the bat, spinning toward third. Clement has it to the third base bag. Gets Marsh as a run scores. That's a heck of a play. It's 8-6, so the Phils are within 2.
Hey, welcome back on Apple TV Plus. If you take a look at the bottom right, the Phillies have been chipping away at that Toronto lead. And Cody Clemens saw, what, a dozen pitches or so? 11 to be exact, in that pinch hit at bat. Now, Kyle Schwarber is going to come up with a shot to hit his 3rd home run of the game. And if he does, they will be ahead. On the right side, the left side rather, the Mets are winning again.
At the wall! salted away with 4 in the bottom of the 8th. Alonso putting the icing on the cake.
Boy, they just lighting up Martin here. Pete, so strong. We're talking about Vientos' power. Well, here's another guy right here.
Hit it in almost the same spot Vientos hit his.
Pete knew it. He watched it from the plate. Watch this. I got it.
Nice flip.
Love it. Just one time. Wish I could do that.
Belt high, out over the plate. Mets are fired up. They're rolling. Their momentum, that ball, everything's snowballing for them.
1-1 to Jesse Winker. Last foul ball caught Danny Jansen. Nothing too fancy, just a little backhand flip.
You gotta watch out. It comes back at you when you flip it like that.
Only in Australia.
It's got to feel good. Late 8th inning, 2-run homer.
The Mets, yes, they continue to roll. They're on their way to their 6th straight win. Every time you talk to a Boston fan, their reaction's the same. Yeah, but our pitching isn't good enough. Well, certainly not tonight so far. 7-2. But Kansas City is also losing. So Kansas City could have buried Boston in the last 2 days. So Boston has to actually be happy that Kansas City is losing. Therefore, they've lost no ground. Jesse Winker up in New York and Kyle Schwarber in Toronto.
Then one of those pitchers with a very big arm, but it really struggles with command of that of his stuff. He'll throw 38% cutters. You saw one right there. 20% sinkers. He'll mix in some curveballs as well. But again, he's one of those guys you have to be disciplined. Make sure he throws you strikes.
1 ball and 1 strike. Fouled away, 1-2.
Yeah, nice pass at that one, Tom.
Yeah, they're running out of arms in their bullpen.
Yeah, they are.
Sail into the basket. Huge hit for Triolo as he stayed back and ripped it out. A 3-run homer, and it's 5-0. And for Jared Triolo, just his 7th homer of the year.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys that has not put up big numbers against the league, but he has against the Cubs, and this is a very good swing. 6 home run allowed by Miller.
4, and the Phils are within 1. It's an 8-7 game.
Wow, this is a really bizarre play because I think Vlad Guerrero tried to get up so quickly that he lost his balance and just fell over. It's a heck of a play to cut this ball off. I'm not sure if they would have gotten Kyle because I'm not sure if Cabrera got there in time. Looked like he was getting to first base. The ball came up on him and he tried to grab it and just stumbled over.
Well, that's going to be another hit for Schwarber, and I assume an RBI. And now the tying runs at second, and Turner lines one out toward left field. Loperfido's back. He reaches up and he makes the catch. And the inning comes to a close. But hearts are racing everywhere on both ends of the border. The Phillies get 3. They make it a 1-run game. Back within reach again. And Loperfido is able to run this one down for the final out.
So we'll see.
Man, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Soph, are you going to go take pictures?
I might.
Okay. I would love to see. Like, I got to see that.
She might.
That feels like a no to me, but I feel like she might go.
Probably no, but thanks for asking.
I'm afraid if I go, I'll go home with another dog.
Yeah.
That's how they get you, right? I mean, obviously there's a lot of dogs the Brewers had some time with some puppies today from the Wisconsin Humane Society. And Joey Ortiz legitimately wants to adopt one of them.
I believe that. I saw the pictures. As Arenado pops it up, third base side. Speaking of Ortiz, gives it a look. Joey Ortiz, I believe Bryce Terang, Sal Frelick, Christian Yelich, they were all in there with some of those puppies in the media interview room. And I think we may have a guest in our post-game scrum. Look at those pups. They just want to be heard. Look at them.
Yeah, they look related, don't they?
Oh,
there you go. That's better than a puppy.
Nothing. Nothing at all. Very well behaved. Bring all the treats to the pageant. 2-2 on Arenado. Check swing, didn't go. Not a bad pitch.
100 miles an hour, just a little bit low.
Arenado's going to use his timeout. Remember, it was Arenado that hit the walk-off grand slam against Trevor McGill in St. Louis last time these two teams met. That was McGill's first time back off the injured list. (3-2) to left. Arenado less than pleased as Jackson Chourio hauls it in.
And nothing left of that bat. 99 in on him, and got it down on the handle a little bit. Hit it pretty well. He has hit the ball fairly well in this series with nothing to show for it.
Here's the swing, and then I think this was the final straw right there.
Yikes.
Backhand stab. Adames one.
Great play by Adames on the lower left. Shohei Ohtani upper right. Back in Anaheim. Here we go.
Got to be a lot of emotions going on right now. But he's about as stoic a player as we see. But I'll tell you what, insides have to be bubbling.
Whatever side of the freeway. People standing in appreciation as we all witness greatness. The lefty Reed Detmer steps into the first pitch. It's ball one, up and in. 6 years as an Angel, a Rookie of the Year, a 2-time unanimous MVP, and 3 All-Stars. Strike one on the outside corner. A mighty rip on 95. Detmer's option front 1-2. Said in spring his visit here, it was meaningful to be back playing in front of the Big A and the fans that meant so much to him his first 6 seasons. But the first regular season meeting was going to be different. Well, here we are. Stays alive at 1-2. Detmers comes home and misses in the dirt.
I mean, I think there's always going to be the memories, and look at it, the place isn't packed. The emotional response. I mean, it wasn't overwhelming, was it?
It was nice. On 2-2. Grounded to the right side. Shonowell on the backhand. Detmer's covering the bag, and there's the first out of the game. So from Shohei's standpoint, you got that one out of the way.
Now we can play, right?
Reed Detmer's his first.
Shohei Ohtani, excuse me, Water in my mouth. Shohei Ohtani back in Anaheim, and I did mention earlier they honored him during spring training when they played in Anaheim. They gave him a nice ovation tonight. Okay, it's a one-run game now in Toronto. Atlanta is winning 3-0. Chris Sale went 7, did not walk a batter. He fanned 9. His ERA is down to 2.46. It's a great story.
Probably trying to be too fine, impress his new teammates.
And Casas just got a piece of that, and that caught Alvarez. Got him on his hand. Edwin Diaz warmed up briefly, but when the Mets broke it open in the 8th, he got a seat on the bench. Pressure for tomorrow. He pitched 4 times in a 5-game span, capped by a save on Sunday. And now we'll get a couple of days off in a row. Alvarez back behind the plate. Stanek ahead 0-2 on Casas. And it's low with a splitter, 1-2.
Maton gets a day off as well.
Alvarez is still struggling a little bit after that last foul ball. And the home plate umpire Chris Siegel giving him a moment to try and compose himself. That pitchers have struck out 14, one shy of a season high. First 11 belong to David Peterson, a new career high for him. 1-2 coming to Casas. Another splitter down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wilyer Abreu would be next. Casas trying to keep the Red Sox alive. 2-2 from Stanek. Fly ball left field over toward the corner goes Nimmo. Right in the corner. He made. No, he almost got it, but it landed foul. Looked like he got his glove right near that ball, but was unable to grab it.
Just didn't quite get there with that wall. No room down that line there.
Yeah, it's hard to reach all the way out, right? Gets a little dark back there as Nimmo every night is run through a gauntlet.
It always seems like he's diving or smashing into something every game. Turning into Roger Ramjet. 8th pitch of the at-bat to Casas. And he lifts this one on the left side. Iglesias tracking it to the railing, reaches and can't quite get there. And the ball comes back and hits him in the back of the head.
I just glad he didn't get hurt.
That's just not fair. You lay yourself out like that, the ball comes off the screen and whacks you in the back of the head.
Take that with you.
A lot of hang time on that ball, and then boing. Oh. Yeah, that'll make every blooper reel.
Great effort.
Again, the 2-2 to Casas. And he lifts another one. This will go foul out of play, and Iglesias is not going to go quite as far this time.
Put someone in the 10th row.
Oh, that'll get him chuckle.
He didn't hang up the OMG sign, but he did chuckle.
This is where after the game you'll say, hey, maybe you should put that glove on your head.
Might need a couple of Tylenol. 10th pitch of the at-bat to Casas. And he got him looking, and the ball game is over. Stanek gets the final 3 outs. Francisco Lindor burnishes his MVP credentials. Mets hit 3 home runs. David Peterson a career-high 11 strikeouts on his birthday. And the Mets have now won half a dozen in a row. 11 games over 500 as they beat the Red Sox for the second straight night, 7-2.
Peterson, you're right, Gary. We'll never forget his 29th birthday. And he can say thank you also to Reed Garrett. What a great job, only allowing 1 run to score.
You can make the case, I think fairly easily, that the Mets are the most surprising story in baseball. I think that is, they have far exceeded what many believed would be a mediocre under 500 season. 7-2 the final. And how about this? With Peterson on the mound, the Mets have won 14 of 17. Now on the bottom right, hello Oakland, hello Seattle. 2-0 Seattle. Oakland, remember this. They mash and they hit home runs and they're fun. They're young and fun. It's a great line from Bull Durham. Hey, also hello to Matt Chapman and the Giants. And they're playing Arizona. So Arizona, Arizona right now has the second wild card. And they're coming off of a series at home in which they dropped 3 out of 4 to LA. Here is your player of the week, Corbin Carroll, at the plate.
Carroll. Corbin shows bunt. How about that? That gets both corners in. Chapman from third and Wade from first. Strike 1 to Corbin.
It's always good when a hitter can get the fielders moving out there. You don't like them to hold their ground and be steady. You want them in motion.
Create some chaos. Make them make mistakes. Squares up again. Bunts it straight back, and it's 0-2. Corbin in August hit 280. Here's the numbers during the 12-game hitting streak. 354. That includes 6 homers and 15 runs batted in. He's homered 5 times in his last 7 games.
The power number has really come for Corbin. I mean, he just really was just absent with the long ball, and then until lately.
Turns that over, sends Perdomo to third. It's in the right field corner. Corbin Carroll flying into second with a stand-up double. And he's off to a hot start in September after winning National League Player of the Month for August.
Slurve just going down and away, takes it right off the ground. And Wade, who's coming off the bag at first, really doesn't even get off the bag. And because of that, the ball gets by him and just kind of trickles to right field. And now you're in business, second and third.
Nobody out.
Boy, Harper's getting a really good walking lead off second base. Not saying he would go here with that side wide open for Kirk. But tuck it away for if there's a right-hander up at the plate. 0-2. Line drive, 1 hopper picked by Will Wagner. They get the out at second, the double play. They could have gotten Harper at third. That ball was hit so hard. And he froze. But they get the double play, 4-6-3. And the tying run is now 90 feet away.
I mean, this ball is absolutely scorched, and everybody has to freeze because it's basically a line drive. Could have been a triple play if he catches it in the air. So everybody sort of has to freeze and go back. The Blue Jays do pick up the double play, which is exactly what they were looking to do.
But again, 90 feet away is Harper with the infield back and JT up. First pitch low, it's 1-0. From a strategy standpoint, if you're Cabrera and John Schneider, are you thinking lefty on lefty with Marsh in the on-deck circle?
I would think so.
Phillies 3 for 17 with guys in scoring position.
I would think that they would walk him now that he's 2-0, but maybe he doesn't want to put that that go-ahead run on first base. Maybe it's an intentional, unintentional walk.
I'll tell you what, they put a lot of faith in him to do that.
Yeah. For a guy who doesn't have a ton of command.
And ball 4 puts 2 on with 2 outs. And here comes Brandon Marsh. Live out your dream at Phillies Fantasy Camp from January 22nd to the 26th. Take the field with Phil's Legends at the Carpenter Complex. Call 610-520-3400 for more information. So Brandon Marsh, lefty on lefty. Marsh hitting .200 against left-handed pitching this year.
I would not be surprised if Marsh gets down in the count 0-2 or 1-2 or is deep in the count. They may try to steal JT and steal a run somehow.
JT goes, the pitch inside.
Or just go now.
Yeah, they'll just let him go. So that'll be a stolen base for JT.
Hey, upper right, Devin Williams walking off the mound, 3-3 going bottom 9. You know, the reason why Milwaukee has a shot in the National League, one of the reasons, their pen is nails. And tonight, they've done it again. Game's not over, but man, they just show up every single night. Philly and Toronto, 1-run game, 2 men on.
Six walks allowed by the Blue Jays in tonight's game. See the runners in scoring position numbers. Phillies 3 for 17. And now the 1-1. Bouncer over the mounds. Charging is Wagner. He sits back on it. Throws to first just in time. And the inning is over. The Phillies lead the tying run over third. The go-ahead run at second. And it remains a 1-run ball game.
Well, Atlanta gets it done. It's a game that, did you expect them to win? Yeah, maybe. Was it guaranteed? Absolutely not. But just as Garrett Cole pitched against Texas and we said, you know, when Cole goes, you got to win. When Sale goes, you got to win. And he did. And he was spectacular. And Atlanta will stay ahead of the Mets for that third wild card. Atlanta currently has a half-game lead on New York. All right, break time for Apple TV Plus.
That's off the plate. Guardians have out-hit Kansas City tonight 9-2. Hit them.
Now they are 5th in the majors in home runs. They've hit 18 home runs in their last 7 games.
And unfortunately, we saw some of that last night. What was the difference in the game?
Castillo has been a little home run prone recently. He's allowed 7 his last 4 times out. Just got a piece of that high heater. Still 2-2.
Right at the top of the strike zone. Look at his four-seamer and his slider. They've been good.
And it's gone. Randall Grichuk makes it 3-zip Diamondbacks.
Just hammered a mistake pitch, a fastball, almost in the exact same.
On the bottom right, Lawrence Butler, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Not only a home run, they mash, they hit a home run, player of the week. And this guy looks like he is as confident as you can possibly be for a 12-year-old. No, he's not 12, but you know what I'm getting at. Hey, we're back on Apple TV Plus. Lars Butler just went deep. 8 home runs in 13 games. Player of the week in the AL. And just a stud. And the A's, they hit, man. They hit, and they have been causing issues for teams for what, a month and a half, 2 months? Brett Rooker, that they got it going on. Guardians in Kansas City, that's in your upper right. In a very important game within that division and in the wild card chase.
I mean, that's a great job.
Bo tops it foul.
Those catchers do that night in and night out. I'll tell you what, they don't get enough credit for what they do. They've got to have, I think, a stat for the plays like that they can save a run in. And they do unbelievable work back there.
2-2. Out of play to the left. Chris Valeka going over the intel on Ursig. Right now, Bo Naylor fighting him tooth and nail. Takes in off the plate. Full count. Ursig, every time he's thrown him a fastball, other than the one that almost went to the backstop, it has been in off the plate.
Yeah, he's missed with it, and he's already got 23. But this will be the 24th pitch.
There was one to hit, but again, at 99, easier said than done. Fouled back.
Had a good rip at 99, like you say, to center it up. Not as easy.
Again, bases loaded, 1 out. 3-2, lifted, foul, and out of play.
And Ursig's got to come at him. There's no way you want to walk him. You got to make him hit his way on. He's looking for a ground ball, but Bo has seen a number of pitches in this at bat.
Don't know how these guys do it. You know, the guy's throwing 99 to 100. You have to be ready for that. If he throws a breaking ball, I don't know how they don't corkscrew themselves into the ground.
They might. But now that was pitch number 10 in Bo's at bat, so he's starting to lock in and getting the drift of the speed and everything.
Like the old theory of driving fast in a car on the interstate, all of a sudden it starts to
slow down a little bit.
11th pitch of the at bat, and he finally froze him with a backdoor slider.
Yeah, he made a perfect pitch and locked him up with the backdoor slider. No doubt. Very good pitch. You give up on it, and it's right there. And now he's going to go get him after all the pitches he has thrown in this inning.
Yeah, 27 pitch inning for Ursig. He got to 2 outs, but Paul Hoover knows you need this guy for the long haul. You can't burn him out just one here tonight. So timeout. James MacArthur coming on when we come back.
Hey, update for you on the left side. Alex Verdugo in a 1-1 game punches it through, and the Yankees now lead by a score of 2-1. Verdugo, 56 RBIs. Yankees playing the world champions in Arlington, and they came into the night with a half-game lead on Baltimore.
Anytime you can get offense out of a catcher, you're thankful for it. You go back to a guy that I played alongside here with the Dodgers, Piazza. I mean, the offense was crazy.
Tommy Edman throws on a ball to left field. Ward drifting back on the warning track to make the grab. Two outs of the second. Max Muncy will bat. As you say, EK,
do it much.
Now the offense has been doing it with Muncy in the lineup. In the games that he's been active, about 5.5 runs per game, the best in Major League Baseball. And Muncy was on the injured list, comparatively speaking. 4.7 runs per game. Still in the top 10, but just a different look. A lot more length.
Well, and he doesn't actually have to produce. His presence creates a problem. Pitchers have to be aware. He's going to make a guy work. He'll take a walk with one swing. He'll put it in the seats. When you're out on the mound, you have to be cognizant of him. You're not just going, oh, I got this guy. Let me throw a few pitches over the plate.
Getting a start against the lefty, and Detmers too, notable tonight. 1-2 pitch, and Muncy cannot hold up. So Detmers makes quick work of the Dodgers in the second. They go down in order.
Shot, especially on a 0-2 pitch. Good pitch to run on generally.
Grounded to Jazz Chisholm. And Kelly is out.
And one batter.
Yeah.
1-1.
I think the Phillies would give my brother a little birthday present here in the ninth. What do you think?
That'd be good. Taco would enjoy that.
Taco's 62nd birthday today. Years young.
Happy birthday, David. Well, back it's 1-2.
.61% four-seamers and 38% sliders. Right-handers will get a ton of those sliders. Boys trying to battle back all the way to get to this W somehow, some way.
Line drive, base hit it to center field for Sosa. The tying run is aboard to start this ninth inning. And Cody Clemens is going to get a chance to bat for the second time.
Just a wonderful piece of hitting by Edmundo Sosa. Again, there's that slider. It stays up a little bit for him, and he just strokes it to right. Really nice job of hitting.
Clemens hit the cue shot up the third base line his last time up. Takes strike one, 0-1. Good news is that Kyle Schwarber is going to get a chance to come up here in the ninth inning, and Trey Turner, and hopefully Bryce Harper too. 15 hits for the Phils. It's a lot of base runners.
Yeah, it is. They put some pressure on these boys.
Out of play, 0-2.
Chad Green was one of those guys I thought for sure would get traded during the trade deadline. I'm surprised they didn't make a move with him.
Strahm warming up for the Phils just in case. Popped up, out of play, remains 0-2.
I remember that Cody Clemens at bat. I mean, he fouled off what, 6 or 7 pitches during that course of that bat to put that ball in play and keep that inning alive and pick up an RBI, but not easy.
Here comes Lane Thomas. He'll score 2, and all the way to third is Rocchio. Into second is Stephen Kwan, and the Guardians have opened up some breathing room as Stephen Kwan snaps an 0-for-16 slide with a big 2-run hit.
Rob Thompson talks about it all the time. This is a guy who's a major league caliber hitter. He can swing the bat. Really believes in Cody. Oh, what a pick by Kirk to keep that ball in front. Not the conventional way to block the ball. I don't think a lot of guys just go with the one kind of paddle type action. Another good at bat by Cody.
This will be the 7th pitch of the at bat. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hit sharply past Guerrero down the right field line. Sosa's on his way to third. It's dug out by Springer. They'll hold him up at third. And Cody Clemens has put runners on second and third with nobody out here in the 9th inning.
Wow, so impressive these 2 at-bats he had. I mean, he smokes this ball past Vlad Guerrero. I mean, he tries to flag it down and came in hot.
First pitch strike with a slider. It's 0-1. 2 for 4 lifetime. The pair's singles against Piops. To center. Back is Perkins. And Piops puts up a 0 in the top of the 10th. Brewers will try and win it in the bottom half.
So let me remind you about Philadelphia. Down and run with 2 men on. In this game, they are 3 for 18 with guys in scoring position, but Kyle Schwarber 4 for 5 with 2 home runs. This might be the guy you want. I would say it is, actually. Not maybe or might. He is the guy you want.
And now down by 1 with the tying run at third for the 2nd consecutive inning.
The Phillies done a heck of a job of battling back and getting into this game. But they just have not come up with that big base hit that they've needed with man on third base and less than 2 outs. Now is as good a time as any.
At the 0-2. Line drive down the right field line, foul. Oh boy.
Wow.
That was explosive.
He is so short with his swing right now. Don't change a thing, Kyle. Boy, he is all over these pitches. Look at the balance he's got working.
Fly ball down the left field line. It's not that deep. Loperfido is over in foul territory, and he's out of room.
I was really curious to see whether he was going to try to send, whether Dusty was going to try to send him. Was not really deep, but would not have been an easy throw for Loperfido.
Again, the infield creeping in. Runners at second and third. And the 0-2 pitch coming to Schwarber. Low. 1-2.
Ouch.
Painful.
That was full contact on his ankle, I think.
One coming. It's low. Good take on the slider. 2-1. Two balls, 2 strikes. Couple of fringy strike calls against Rhys Hoskins.
Popped up outside of third. Clement over, slicing, and out of play.
You know, the Fighters are putting up some pretty good at bats, battling with 2 strikes.
Well, this will be the 8th pitch of this at bat.
Giancarlo Stanton, while Soto and Judge have not been hitting much lately, he has 2 ducks on the pond.
Oh, and 2.
Slinging it, huh? Boy, that's a tough delivery for a right-handed batter. Closed like you mentioned before, and then slinging low, 3/4, almost sidearm.
Almost got him there. 1-2.
They've come all the way back. A 3-run missile. Kyle Schwarber's 3rd home run of the night. And the Phillies finally get that clutch hit with a runner in scoring position. They have taken the lead here in the 9th, 10-8.
Holy moly.
That is unbelievable.
You talk about making a statement. I mean, they kept going after him. I just couldn't believe why they were throwing so many strikes, and he jumped all over this. This ball is launched out to right. No doubter. What a night. Look at that reaction.
Yeah. How could you not?
Wow.
The second hit of the night. What impresses me most about Witt, outside of the fact that he can do that, his eye. I haven't seen him chase a lot of pitches. I don't see him going out of the zone. He seems to be able to really, in the modern parlance of our times, control the strike zone.
He controls it very, very well. You know, and what's past Quintino going out is going to hurt him a little bit, because they're not going to go at him and challenge him like they used to when you've got a guy with a 96 RBIs as well. You know, so.
Got to have some contact. Look how shallow the outfield is. They have no choice.
Right. They got to be shallow enough to be able to make a throw into home plate. And with Frelick's speed, it's going to be tough.
Bunting again, and a foul.